Hey, OT's here. Just doing a little bit of a voiceover because I did want to have this part of the video be in the moment OTs, kind of showcasing the setup process, but that took too long, so doing it in the voiceover instead. So I'm going to be hunting for Dracovish, and because I'm playing Pokemon Sword, I will need to get the 2 rarer fossils. If I was playing through Shield, the Drake and Fish fossils would be the common version of the game. Before I move on to how exactly I did set up the hunt, I would just like to mention that in planning for this badge quest, I was wanting to have the wild area somewhat included, more so than just getting really lucky and finding a shiny Pokemon there. Shoutouts to Pastel. But I feel like outside of just randomly hunting, grinding out the resources needed to do a hunt works pretty well. One of the ideas I had for the hunt, for this final hunt, was to do it hunting in raids, but due to how they work, I don't think that would have worked out too well as well. Raids are spawned and generated daily, and they won't change until the next day, and I mean, I could have date skipped, but I didn't exactly feel like I wanted to. Personally, I'm not really a fan of date skipping, especially with the Pokemon games, because especially in the 3DS era, not really so much sure about the Switch era, they did have quite annoying locks in place if you did date skip. For my setup here, I will be running in between raid dens, collecting the Watts, and battling any brilliant aura spawns, as of course they do give out Watts for defeating them. The Roshan Rally also rewards Watts, but it won't be the main way I'll grind out Watt. The idea I had here was kind of casually, I'm grinding out a few Watts every day until I had enough, that sort of thing. Just doing a little bit of progress every day to eventually build up to the hunt itself. Yes, of course, there is also a much better way of getting Watts in the Isle of Armor, but I didn't exactly want to head up into the DLC area just yet. I'm saving that for something special. And then, of course, once I have enough Watts, I'll head over to the Digging Duo, speaking specifically to the Skill Brother, as, of course, only they have a chance of giving you the rare fossils of your game at a 1% chance, but I mean, it's still a chance. The Stamina Brother will, of course, give you more items for Watts, but they have no chance of giving you the rare fossils. And then once I have 5 Draco and Fish fossils, I'll finally head over to Carolus to begin my hunt, getting 5 checks per reset. And to further speed up the hunt, I'll be turning off the sound effects of the game, as doing so will skip over a rather long revival sound effect coming from the fossil revival machine. Noting this here, I wasn't entirely sure that the Dracovish could be shiny or would be shown shiny on the obtaining screen, so we did check it manually in the team select. Another reason why I chose to have 5 specifically and not have more than that, as if I revived more, they'll go into the boxes and then I'll spend more time checking them. Also, my paranoia was quelled doing this, as doing so gave me a second chance to make sure that I hadn't missed any shinies that had popped up. But yeah, cutting over into finding the shiny. So, on revive number 3800, Dracovish finally shined. I saw this at the corner of my eye, and I just let my fingers do their own thing. I do have a nickname for this, so I'm thinking that I will go ahead and put them into boxes. Wait, I was gonna say that's gonna spoil the nature, but we can do it like that. So I'll go and fly off to a Pokemon Center, because I believe we can just go anywhere. Not... I didn't really have an expectation with this, especially since the last hunt for Octavio here was under odds, or at odds at the very least, and this thing has strong jaw, and I think this is spoiling the nature, but I didn't see that. So, the nickname I have in mind is Bespoke. It's a reference to a character from my favorite book series, Skullduggery Pleasant. The, I guess, friend to the main character and titular character, and a tailor alongside it as being a sorcerer. And as these things are custom made, essentially, I feel like Bespoke fits nice to this Pokemon. Also, the fact that the character is heavily scarred and is referred to being ghastly, as in fact his name is Ghastly Bespoke. So yeah. Anyway, with that being said, go ahead and do a nature guess on this thing. Don't really have anything for this, but I'm thinking animate would be nice, but I mean, it does also have strong jaw, so that's nice. I think we just go ahead and do this. Rash, not sure if that's anything good. Raises special attack. Okay. Okay, do you know what? Quickly going back to the boxes so we can get chirps in. The only thing I would have wanted is if Bespoke shined before we revived the 5th fossil that I had, because I do plan on getting on trying to get going for the other fossils, not shiny hunting them per se, but just getting them for the Pokédex. And boy, was finding the fossils, or the Drake fossil, just annoying. But yeah, let's send this thing out into battle. Gotta say, in terms of a hunt, it was kind of weird, as like this thing was like in an odd stage of being involved, as it was involved enough that it just looks amazing. The first thing I noticed about this was the black replacing the red. Like, this thing is just so noticeable, and I thought it wasn't going to be. Where was I going? with this. Also, it's nice that this thing has Protect. Yeah. The hunt was not really involved enough that I wasn't brainless enough that I could just focus completely on something else, as you do have to like press B to skip naming the Pokemon, but it wasn't so much involved with that it kept my interest, so I did kinda get bored of the hunt eventually. Like I think on average I did 200 revives per session, and towards the end of it I did get annoyed, I did get pretty bored of it. But the main takeaway of this whole thing is that it is under odds. And I am taking this. Oh, I'm taking that. And, the only thing I'm kinda sad about is the fact that this thing won't have Vicious Rend by the time we get to use it for the next gym. Because I believe it learns Vicious Rend at level 63, like, in level 60s, so not really something I can have. Set up a camp just to see it in action some more. So yeah, it is a bit of with a bit of a trio of like monocolored. Also, yeah. Specifically, oh, you are a tall fucker. Specifically for this next gym, half of our team is going to be water types. Yeah. I was not expecting to do this, or to have this shine today. In fact, I was kind of planning on maybe going out and getting some iced coffees, and then coming back to grind out some Mario Kart Tour just a little bit, maybe. But I mean, I will take this any day of the week. Thank you very much. I'm just glad I have this. So when is Fossil Week? Do I just like delay this, or delay the video just a little bit so I can put it up for Fossil Week or something? I don't think I want to do that because like I really want to continue on with the quest. Okay, I'm just gonna be looking at Bespoke a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Also, I don't think I've noted this, but I did keep all of the fossils I found. Like I think this whole box is full of fossil, or Pokemon holding fossils. Because I found quite a bit. Yeah, what do I want to do now? Yeah. Right. I will cut forward to us taking down the gym with Bespoke. Not quite sure on the levels we will be for that gym, but Bespoke will be grinded up quite a bit. And this might not be the team I go in with. Just saying. But yeah, feels really nice to have this thing. So I kind of wish you could select what Pokeball you put them in. But you know, I'll take having a shiny Pokemon over having it in the ball I wanted it to be in. Or would like it to be in. I don't know, maybe it's for Pokemon Go.